the cobweb. And the cobwebs are problematic because anytime there's a spider web, there's always a spider nearby. Now show me that. Show me that. And sometimes you get wrapped up in the cobweb. Anybody else got it wrapped up in your own? You felt it all on you. Some of y'all feeling it right now. You're feeling it. The same thing happens with the cable, and we get tied up with the cable. The problem with cable is when you have a cable connection and you don't have a connection that God has designed for your life, you have illegal cable. Ain't nobody gonna get this today. When it's not a divine hookup, the thing that will connect to you will bind you. And it'll keep you going places that you never intended to go in the first place. Can I talk to somebody in here? Let me bring it a little bit closer to home. You remember you went to the club when your friends took you there? Now they didn't make you go, they just had you connected to the cable. And the only reason why you ended up in there, why y'all get so quiet right there? Is because you were connected to the wrong thing. Your vision didn't line up with their vision, but because you were connected, you ended up somewhere. And what was so amazing, it wasn't that you weren't the only one that knew you didn't fit in. When you got there, and you was all up in the club, and you were real comfortable there, somebody spotted you. And they looked at you, they ran over to you to holler at you, and they said, you don't look right up in here. They knew you didn't fit in, because when the song clap came on, you started clapping like you was in church. I ain't gonna ask you to raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. When you was moving, when everybody else was bouncing and jumping, you moving side to side. What? Look at somebody and say, you don't fit in everywhere, you know. No, make a man say, you don't fit in everywhere, you know.
All right now.
Some of y'all just saw yourself, you just had a flashback. And then there's the chain. And God showed me something even more revelatory that really was necessary for you to hear. Because time is of the essence when you're dealing with bad connections. You have to change the bad connections as soon as you see they're connected to you. Why is this important? Because as time goes on, cobwebs become cables. And cables become chains. Somebody go in there with me. What God began to show me is that the longer you wait to change it, the stronger the connection becomes. The longer you wait to do something about what has you bound, the stronger it gets. And God began to give me revelation. He said, son, what you need to see, sometimes the cobwebs are too weak to be felt until they're too strong to be broken. He says you got to see what's connected to you. And if you don't change it, it'll become stronger than your ability to break it. This is important for every believer because sometimes we don't want to pay the cost when the cost is low to pay. But by the time you get here, the cost is too astronomical for you to do anything